Hi! In this demo, we're going to take a look at transforming game objects in the scene view. We're going to be working with 3D game objects, but a lot of these same principles and tools apply to 2D game objects as well. The main difference is that in 2D, you'll mostly only work with the X and Y axes. The Z-axis is still there, but it's not a value we use for positioning objects in a 2D scene. So I have two cylinders here with a cube that's placed on top of them. I think the positioning of the cube looks okay, but it's not exactly where I want it to be. My goal is for the cube to be exactly in the middle of the cylinders, rotated to look like it's wedged between them, and a bit smaller. You may recall the tools here in my toolbar pane that we covered a few videos ago. For positioning objects in the scene, we have the Move tool, the Rotate tool, and the Scale tool. And I can use those tools for fast and freeform edits of my game object's positions. As a reminder, each of these tools allows us to move, rotate, and scale our objects along each axis. I'm going to show off each of these real quick. First, I'm going to move my cube forward and down a bit. Then rotate it around 45 degrees. And then scale it to be a little taller. As you can see, these tools are great for quick and simple movements, but we cannot be super precise or do anything like set an exact value. To accomplish precision in our transforms, we can directly edit the transform component values in our inspector. Whenever you have any game object selected, the first component will always be the transform component. This lists the exact X, Y, and Z values of the object's position, rotation, and scale. You can see that as I move the cube along the different axes, the position values update in the transform. We can directly edit these values to put our cube in the exact position we want it to be in. So let's use the transform component to put my cube in the perfect spot. To start, because my cube has a bunch of random transform values from the demonstration, I'm going to reset them all. I could go through and manually set each position and rotation back to 0 and each scale to 1. But instead, we can right-click the transform component at the top here and select Reset. This will return everything to its default value. We know we want the cube to be on top of the cylinders, so we can select the cylinders and see where they are as a starting point. This cylinder has an X position of 0.5, a Y position of 0, and a Z position of 1.5. This one has the same transform values, except its X position is negative 0.5. With those values in mind, let's move our cube. So we know that we want the cube to be in the exact middle of the cylinders, and they are both equally above and below 0. So we should be good to set our cube's X position to 0. The Z position will want to match, so let's set that to 1.5. The Y position may be trickier to find. We don't know the exact height of the cylinders, so let's use our freeform transform to find around where we think the Y value should be, then set it manually. We can see, as we move the cube, it seems like the value needs to be right around 1.5, but getting that exact value with the freeform tool is challenging, so let's type 1.5 into the component value. And that positioning looks good to me. I also want to rotate the cube so it looks sort of wedged in between the two cylinders. So I'm going to set the Z rotation to 45, which will rotate it 45 degrees along the Z axis. The last thing is I want the cube to be a bit smaller than it currently is. So let's take the X and Y scales and set them to be 0.7. And there it is. The cube has the exact mathematical values I wanted it to have. Now that you know a little more about manipulating game objects in the scene view, it's your turn to try this on your pyramid.